All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural Lion Legacy Celebration. I'm Tony Jones, a senior here at UAFS, and in a few short weeks, in this very room, towards that direction, I will be shaking Dr. Barron's hand as I graduate with a degree in Media Communications and Political Science. Thank you. As a Fort Smith native and graduate from Southside High School, I have seen the impact of UAFS both firsthand and as an onlooker. As a senior graduating from high school, I was blessed to receive the Chancellor's Leadership Scholarship, and the experiences and opportunities that have come from that have been more than I ever dreamed about. I've come to know myself better, but also I've learned how I could contribute to the world around me and better it. These lessons have prepared me to serve others and my community, and so for my next step, I plan on attending law school in the fall and pursuing a law degree. And so as I come to the end of my time here at UAFS, not only do I leave with the lessons that I've learned, but the many memories that have accompanied them. Memories that include the opportunity to study abroad in Salamanca, Spain, along with some of the others here in this room, and also walk the halls of the nation's capital as an intern, which was a fun time in DC. Through these experiences, I have prepared my future and created pathways that have led me to make my dreams reality. The same path and gain knowledge of experience that has been true for me is true for many of the students here in this room and across this campus. But it's an important realization to be made. It is because of your effort, your contributions, your guidance, your love, and your support that this is all made possible. So tonight we honor you, all of you. As a student, I understand and appreciate firsthand the kindness, your kindness and your generosity, and from the bottom of my heart, I mean that. Because of you, all of us have had access to a quality education from a quality institution. Because of you, I have gotten to step foot in foreign nations. Because of you, I have gotten the firsthand look at democracy. And because of you, as I look around this room tonight, I no longer see a room full of strangers, but a room full of people that I hold dear. So I thank you for your support. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for being here tonight. Donors, please know that some students were not able to be here because of class or other commitments. And students, you may also, your donor may live out of town or be able to attend because of their age or other conflicts. So without further ado, please enjoy your dinner and get to know the people at your table, the students that you're seated with, and the representatives from the community that you're also seated with. I know that they will appreciate getting to know and having the opportunity to visit with you all. Enjoy your dinner. I know I will.
Good evening. My name is Mary Lackey, and I'm the Vice Chancellor for University Advancement and Executive Director of the UAFS Foundation. I hope that you enjoyed your meal, and as Tony said earlier, I hope you enjoyed the conversations around your table. In the past, the UAFS Foundation hosted a yearly scholarship banquet, which allowed those who give to support scholarships the opportunity to meet their students. We also hosted the G.C. Harden Luncheon, where we honored those who have made a legacy gift to support UAFS, either in the form of an endowment or an estate gift. Several months ago, we made the decision to combine these into one event where we can still give you the opportunity to meet students, and we can still honor G.C. Harden Society members, but we can also expand our appreciation to others who so generously support our institution. So here we are at our first Lion Legacy celebration. Thank you for being here. Our goal tonight is to give you a glimpse of the impact that your giving has made on our students, and to say thank you for all you do. Because of you, lives are changed, individuals have the hope for a brighter future, and their families are positively impacted for generations to come. I would also like the opportunity to thank those of you who give your time to support the university and the UAFS Foundation. The names of those who serve with most of these groups are listed in your program, so I won't call them individually, but will you please join me in honoring each group as I ask them to stand? First, would members of the Foundation Board of Directors please stand and be recognized? Would members of the UAFS Board of Visitors please stand? If you are the member of an advisory board for one of the colleges, please stand and be recognized. Would members of the Alumni Advisory Council please stand? And if there are any members of the advisory boards for Season of Entertainment or the Academy of the Arts, would you please stand? You can see that we have a lot of people in our community who play an active role on our campus, and we are so grateful for that. Joining us tonight are also many members of our campus community. Chancellor Paul Barron and his wife Janice, would you please stand and be recognized? If you are a faculty, staff, or administrator on campus, would you please stand? Finally, would members of the Foundation and Alumni Office staffs please stand? I'm blessed to work with a wonderful group of hardworking colleagues, and I appreciate all they do. It takes a team to put on an event such as this one, and I appreciate Hannah Gentry for her leadership and for the entire staff who helped support her in pulling it all together, so thank you. Since tonight is a time dedicated to thanking those who have supported us in all ways, I have a special presentation I would like to make. The Molly Wilson Financial Group is a gathering of philanthropic women affiliated with UAFS Foundation who gather monthly to learn about stocks and how to invest in the stock market. When the group was started in 1994, their goal was to create a portfolio of $500,000 which could be invested and the proceeds used for scholarships to help support students. Today, their portfolio is valued at over $580,000, and dozens of students have been helped throughout the years. The financial guru of this group, David Craig, has been involved from the group's inception. David works tirelessly, assisting with the educational component of the program each month and assisting with making the trades that the group votes on. In honor of his countless hours of volunteer service over 22 years and counting, we have chosen to recognize David by having a park bench with his name placed on the UAFS campus. Thank you, David, for all you do. And please come forward and accept a certificate commemorating this recognition. At this time, I want to invite Chancellor Paul Barron to the stage to share his thoughts with you. Dr. Barron is a strong advocate for this university from the local and state levels and even internationally. He also works hard to give back to the community. He serves on the Fort Chaffee Redevelopment Authority Board and the Greater Fort Smith Chamber of Commerce Board, among others. He actively works with the Arkansas State Chamber of Commerce and the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. He was appointed by Governor Asa Hutchinson as an ex officio member representing Arkansas universities on the Arkansas Career Education and Workforce Development Board. Our Chancellor, Dr. Barron.
Well, good evening. Just so you know, even though I'm the chancellor, I have limitations. My notes here say time allotted 8 minutes. The schedule is tight, so please stick as closely to this as possible. So I will do my best. It's a pleasure and honor to be with you tonight, a night where we want to show you our appreciation and some of the impact of your philanthropy on our students. I want to acknowledge my wife, Janice, First Lady of the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. Since many of you know her, it goes without saying that she has worked tirelessly over the last 10 years for students, and I'm very proud of her work and what she's done here. I'd like to give her a round of applause for her work, support. That said, it's hard to believe this year marks my 10th year as the chancellor at UAFS. It seems like only yesterday when I stood in front of a crowd about this big and discussed the realization that I have about the 4 stages of being a chancellor. You know, there's the new chancellor, the damn chancellor, and the former chancellor, and how I was going to work very hard to stay the new chancellor as long as I possibly could. After 10 years, I think I've moved into the chancellor, and I'm trying to stay out of the other 2 categories as much as I possibly can. But it seems like just yesterday that I had that conversation. Reaching that milestone caused me to pause and reflect on everything that has taken place since my arrival here. Janice and I were blessed to come to a very good place. You know, we were preceded by a visionary like Joel Stubblefield, who made even bigger dreams possible. I've had the privilege of observing and participating in 10 years of maturing as a 4-year university. That maturation has brought new academic programs and an upward change in the university's status as a master's granting institution. And that maturation has led to building and development that creates campus community and supports our academic mission. All of you here tonight and others like you have invested in the lives of our students by giving scholarships to create educational opportunity or giving to support faculty and programs so that our students have access to world-class education. Your support has been critical to the evolution of this institution. In fact, some might call it a revolution. From a quality 2-year community college to a respected regional university offering everything from non-credit training that supports local and state business and industry to certificate programs, workforce-related associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and now master's degrees. This all happened in the framework of less than 15 years. Because of you, we have experienced tremendous success over these past 10 years. The UAFS Foundation exceeded its campaign goal in 2012 by almost $7 million, raising close to $57 million. This meant $27 million for new endowed scholarships, $5.3 million for new endowed academic chairs and professorships, $1.5 million for equipment and technology, just to name a few of the areas supported by your gifts. Because of you, we more than doubled the size of the Borum Library, providing spaces and resources needed for a regional university to support research and scholarship. And I will say that if you go into the library now, you will see that the library has become the intellectual center and the gathering center of the university, which I think marks a great turning point for an institution when that's where students choose to go and they choose to be there. And they lobbied me for longer hours, which we provided. That says a lot about our students, and it says a lot about the evolution and revolution of our institution. Because of you, the UAFS Foundation now provides over $1.4 million in scholarships per year to support our students. I think 10 years ago when I came here, we were supporting about $350,000 of scholarships. With over 90% of our students receiving some sort of scholarship or financial aid and 62% of our students qualifying for Pell Grants, these UAFS scholarships provide some of these students the only opportunity they have to attend the university. Because of your inspiration of giving and belief in UAFS, the Wingate Foundation believed in UAFS so much that it provided all the resources to build a state-of-the-art Wingate Art and Design building, the envy of art programs across the region, if not the country. Your gifts, your belief in UAFS and our students helped all of us at the institution to see ourselves not as we are, but as what we can be. Your philanthropy created opportunity, it spurred hope, and it made us dream. And I can tell you that when I talk to the deans now, and when I talk to Dr. Hale, our provost, and when I talk to all the vice chancellors, we're at the point at this institution, because of your support, your help, and the growth and opportunity that you have provided, that people are dreaming. People are thinking about what's next, and they're doing it without blinders on. And I'm going to tell you, for this community, that's a good thing. For this university, that's a good thing. For the students who we are educating every day, and for the faculty who interact with them and the staff who interact with them, that's a good thing. This academic year is the 10-year anniversary of the first graduating class with a 4-year degree from UAFS. In 2006, when I was appointed in April, I didn't start till July, but I was fortunate to be able to be asked to come and give the graduation speech in 2006. So that year, that was the first year that people walked across the stage to get a 4-year degree. And now it's 10 years later. Contemplate that for a moment. 11 years ago, not one student walked across the dais to get a 4-year degree. Thanks to you, that class who received their degree just a short decade ago can be proud that their degree is from this institution, and the value of that degree grows every year. And in fact, that is my commitment to every graduating class since I've been here. And I say that to every graduating class, that my goal the next year is to make your degree worth more than it is right now. And I can guarantee you, those of you who are graduating in May, I'll make that same commitment to you right now. I will tell you, in a year, your degree will be worth more than it is today. And it will continue to grow in worth over the years. The faculty, staff, and administration work hard every day to make sure that students have access to excellence in education. But without your support, all of those of you who are here and invited here because of your philanthropy, we would not have come nearly as far as we have in such a short period of time. So on behalf of all of us at UAFS, especially to represent our students who are the direct beneficiaries of your gifts, thank you. Because of you, they have bright futures ahead of them. At this time, I'd like to introduce the chair of the UAFS Foundation Board of Directors, Ms. Judy McReynolds. And we are very, very happy to have her as our chair this year, and honored to have her as our chair. She is the president, CEO, and chairman of the board of ArcBest Corporation, responsible for managing the multi-billion-dollar freight transportation and logistics services company. Ms. McReynolds serves on numerous boards, including OGE Energy Corporation, First National Bank of Fort Smith, the Transportation Industry Council of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, and the West Ark Area Council of the Boy Scouts of America. She and her husband Lance are active members of our community, and I've worked with both of them in a number of circumstances, and they give tremendous energy to this community. So thank you very much for serving, and welcome to the stage.
Good evening. It's terrific to be here with you tonight. I have to say, the first speaker, Tony Jones, he's someone who graduated with my youngest son, so it's great to see him do so well, and congratulations, Tony, on your graduation this year. The University of Arkansas Fort Smith Foundation is formally introducing the Giving Societies of UAFS. These Giving Societies will recognize annual, lifetime, planned, and consistent giving from alumni, friends, faculty, staff, foundations, and corporations. Each giving society will be managed by an officer of the UAFS Foundation. There will be minimum qualifications to be included in these societies, and there will be courtesies or specific donor recognitions for certain levels of giving. A list of the new giving societies is in your program. Giving societies are a best practice in philanthropic fundraising. These giving societies reflect the history, mission, and character of UAFS, and students, alumni, faculty, staff, and community can come together every year at this event, the Lion Legacy Celebration, where we'll recognize the individuals who are pillars of our institution. We look forward to welcoming new entrants into the various giving societies, as well as recognizing those who achieve cumulative lifetime excellence in giving to the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. As the chair of the UAFS Foundation Board of Directors, I am happy to see the foundation implementing this program to recognize you and other generous donors to our institution. Lance and I have found our giving to UAFS to be particularly rewarding. Because of the size of the institution, it seems that you can really see the impact of your gifts. UAFS has a great team that ensures your gift has a special meaning to you and to the university. A large percentage of the students at UAFS are first-generation college students, and it is so rewarding to see those students gain a path to career success. So those are our institution's giving societies. So if you have questions about those, be sure and ask Mary. Mary does a great job with the UAFS Foundation, and so we're happy to introduce those to you this evening. Thank you.
Good evening. For those of you I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Ann Thomas, and I'm the Director of Planned Giving at UA Fort Smith. Each year as we celebrate and thank you for your investment in the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, it is often met with a bittersweet feeling as we remember those GC Hardin members who are no longer with us or perhaps physically unable to join us tonight. It is also truly inspiring to see so many gathered in this room that love this university and the students that we serve. Donors and friends, and students who are impacted by the philanthropy of our GC Hardin members, we are grateful for each of you. We are proud to welcome the following new GC Hardin Society members: those who have either established an endowed fund with the UAFS Foundation or have included the university in their estate plan. New members include Nina Abernathy, Sharon and Mike Daniels, Frost Oil Company, General William O. Darby Chapter, MOAA, Jones, Jackson and Mall, Thurman Odell Jordan, and Patrick and Stacy McNeil. And now, if you'll notice in your program, or maybe you noticed earlier, that we never remove an individual's name from the list even after they are deceased. GC Hardin Society is the legacy society for UA Fort Smith, meaning we want to continue remembering these people for the enduring legacy they have left here. At this time, I would like to remember those members who we have lost over the past year. They are Jimmy Bell, Phyllis Davidson, Jean Graham, Helen Gray, Bill Klusmeyer, and Evelyn Pendleton Turner. I'd like to take a moment and just illustrate the powerful impact of those who have gone before us and the impact of their philanthropy. Just like Dr. Barron encouraged earlier, I'd like for you to think about this campus and what it would look like if we didn't have any of the following: scholarships for nursing, unrestricted scholarships, both need and merit-based, resources for campus beautification, a nursing equipment fund. When you came in tonight, you probably noticed Numa, our bronze lion out front. Imagine if we didn't have NUMA. A perpetual support for the library to acquire new books, resources, database subscriptions, and research material. Engineering scholarships, athletic scholarships, a music department chair, scholarships for elementary education majors, scholarships for students pursuing vocational training, unrestricted dollars, which help with projects such as plans for much-needed classroom renovations in the College of Business and the College of STEM. These are just a few of the things that have been accomplished through gifts through estate planning. Without private support, UA Fort Smith would look very, very different. If I were to list the impact of UA Fort Smith and the philanthropy of those of you in this room, it would be a very long and impressive list, and I too have a time limit tonight. We will continue to remember and appreciate these people for their unselfish giving of their time and philanthropy to benefit UA Fort Smith. These individuals, like you, are kind, compassionate, loving, selfless, and choose to serve others to make our region, state, and nation and world a better place, to provide opportunities for the students in this room, their peers, and the many students to come. Thank you for your dedication to being a part of something that is important, something that transcends all of us. At this time, I would like to invite UA Fort Smith student Janelle Cox to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Janelle Cox. I'm from Spiro, Oklahoma, and I'm set to graduate from UAFS in May, yay, with my Bachelor's of Science in English with Teacher Licensure degree. I want to say that it is an honor to be here and to speak on behalf of all of our scholarship recipients this evening. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story tonight. My story begins on a really cold day last fall. Finals were coming, so that was on my mind. I had finished my classes for the day. I was about to head home, and I made a quick call to my husband to let him know about some little weird noises that my vehicle was making that morning on my commute to school. His heavy sigh over the phone was all I needed to know, that it was just one more thing to add to that pile of building financial worries that we were experiencing during that time. In fact, we had even discussed sitting down with our children and explaining that we might need to postpone Christmas until after I graduate in May, because finances at that time were so tight. It was hard to think about that. It was heartbreaking to think about having to ask your children to make sacrifices like that. They had already sacrificed many things for the sake of putting mom through school, things like getting to play ball or dance lessons, those kinds of things. But I was unsure at that moment whether we were going to make it through the next week financially, let alone the next semester. And so the hidden fear in my heart was, would I be able to fulfill my dream to graduate from college and be a teacher? You see, being a teacher had always been a dream of mine. I longed to inspire people, to open doors for people, and I feel like being a teacher, and especially an English teacher, is the ideal place for me to be able to do that, to reach young people, to make a difference so that they can go forth and continue making a difference. But I didn't think that it would be possible for me to be able to go to school. You see, I was born in poverty and neglect and abuse. And I was taken from my home at a young age, and I had a very difficult growing up. And those traumatic experiences that I had at that young age attached a feeling of unworthiness that I've carried with me my entire life. I had a difficult growing up, but I decided that I was not going to let that keep me down. And so I strived hard, and I developed a passion for learning. And by the time I graduated from high school, I was offered a full university scholarship. At that time in my life, I felt that having a family was the most important thing to me. And so I didn't think that I could do school and have a family at the same time. I didn't think I could do both, so I declined the scholarship. And I married and I had a family. And life as a wife and mother has been extremely fulfilling, and I'm very happy with that part of my life. But as you can imagine, we struggled financially through the years. And so after years of working high-stress minimum wage jobs, my husband and I decided that maybe it was time to look at going to school again to get a degree so that we can better the life of our family. And so I returned to school, to UAFS, as a non-traditional student, married, full-time mother of 2 children, working part-time jobs here and there, and commuting 40 miles to attend. I mentioned working part-time. I was able to do that for the first few years of school, but my senior year came, and the demands of my class schedules just did not make it possible for me to have extra time to earn money for my family through part-time work and fulfill the obligations of the College of Education. And so my senior year proved to be the most financially stressful for us. And so the thoughts that were going through my mind during that time were, am I going to have to quit now when I am so close in order to get a job to help meet our needs? So back to that cold day last fall, these were the things that were on my mind as I headed to my car. And just before I left, I received an email from my professor asking me to come see her in her office before I left. When I got there, she had great news for me. She told me that I had been awarded the Judy and Larry Locke Scholarship for which she had recommended me. And I would like to say that I received that news with grace, but I can't lie, so I'm going to say I cried a lot. I cried in her office, and even she cried a little because she knew how much this meant to me and my family. And the feelings that I felt in that moment were overwhelming feelings of joy and thankfulness and relief. But the biggest emotion that cemented that moment in my mind is this one: humbleness. Because what that scholarship and those funds mean to me were that, yes, it paid my tuition for that semester and the next semester, allowing us to free up our personal funds that we had saved to pay for those tuition. It freed those funds up for things like paying our bills and working on our house and purchasing a dependable vehicle and even things like having a little Christmas. It made those things available for us. And it relieved the burden financially so that I could definitely finally graduate in May. But the most profound impact was, and still is, that someone out there, that you found me worthy. And that is what I believe all of us scholarship recipients have in common, regardless of our stories or our situations. That the amount of your gift to us, as impactful as it is right now, is an arbitrary number in the long run, because long after those funds have been applied and utilized, it is the meaning behind them that lives on in us and through us. It is a meaning that is profound for 2 reasons. First, that even though there are struggles in this world that will keep you down or weigh you down, that you feel like you cannot rise above sometimes, there are people out there, good-hearted people, who see a need and have a desire to fill it, who aspire to make the world a better place by believing in people and fueling passion in others. And secondly, your generosity means that I and my fellow recipients were found worthy by you to be chosen to carry on your legacy of making a difference. And so I stand here before you today to say a most sincere thank you, personally to my donors of the Judy and Larry Locke Scholarship. And also a sincere thank you to all donors on the behalf of all recipients here. We humbly accept your gift with gratitude, and we proudly accept the torch you pass to us so that we can continue on and ignite others in endurance and inspiration in order that we may all make the difference that is your dream. So thank you for making our families, for making our school, for making our community and our world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Janelle, for that wonderful story and powerful testimony. Thank you. My name is Rodney Parks. I am the Senior Director of Major and Planned Gifts here at the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Foundation. We would like to show you a video presentation of gratitude to you, our donors. We have interviewed various donors and donor recipients. All of the video that we shot for this presentation is not included tonight. We are going to have a new donor impact page on our foundation website, which will include the videos that's not shown tonight. I would like to personally and professionally thank Rachel Putman. Without her visual and technical expertise, this video would not be possible. And without further delay, here's the video.
You have no idea the impact your gift has on our students. Your gift is the difference between them having a life and a livelihood for their families, or them just skipping by in life. We have an opportunity to impact not just in education, but how someone sees themselves. This is powerful. This is life-affirming. And we are appreciative for the opportunities that we have working with you, our donor community, to change lives.
It changed my life completely. I didn't grow up in a very good neighborhood, so coming here totally changed my life into a whole 180. If I probably wasn't here, I'd probably be a bad place. I want to thank the donors that give, because you guys have helped me change my life, and you have helped me reach my academic and athletic accomplishment.
I have seen myself in my own lifetime and also in my own experience how your money can go a lot longer than just buying that robot. It's not just the robot. It's not just a piece of electronics equipment. It's the multiple lives that are going to be changed from this day forward and for the future. And that is really a great investment, because everybody's looking for ROI, return on investment. I would think your return on investment needs to be something that's not just for today, but that can affect our community for now and for many years to come. And donating to UAFS does that. I want to take this opportunity myself to thank you for all this great equipment you see behind me. You know, without your donation, we couldn't have these robots. We couldn't have these computers, or these power supplies, or these scopes, or all this technical equipment you see that's behind me. Sometimes we can't even have the equipment that we need just in the classroom to do education with, like a projector or a PowerPoint system or even a screen. Those kind of donations impact every aspect of this room. And this is just one room out of multiple rooms in this building. And every one of those rooms are a direct result of what you're giving to us. So I want to say thank you very much from UA Fort Smith and from the College of Applied Science and Technology.
So I was a part of a single parent home until I was around 13 years old. So I always knew that if college was going to be a reality for me, I needed to receive scholarships. The scholarship opportunities I've received here at UAFS so far have not only allowed me to further my education, but they've also allowed me to ultimately pursue my passions here as a student. I truly believe that my college experience has made me into the person I am today, and I know none of that would have been possible without the generosity and kindness of each and every donor here on this campus. And I want to sincerely thank each and every donor for their continued generosity and continued support for students here like me on this campus.
Thank you for your support of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Your generosity has helped hundreds of students go to college and pursue their dreams. Through your support, our students can focus on a future in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in the College of STEM. They can take part in award-winning programs in the College of Communication, Languages, Arts, and Social Sciences. They can prepare for their careers in our world-class College of Business. We and our students are here because of you, and we thank you very much.
Thank you for supporting me and give me the opportunity to go to college, majoring in international business, so I can later fulfill my goal in life.
I measure success by the difference that you make in someone's life. And so just think, one donor, just giving to one student, has the potential to impact over 500,000 individuals indirectly. I thank you for this gift. I'm very emotional right now because I have a strong passion for helping students to succeed. And my goal is that anyone who wants to come to the College of Health Sciences has the ability to do so and should not be hindered. So when you give to me, for me to give to others, I cannot tell you how gracious I feel, how humbled I feel, and a sense of humility. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
For me and students like me, thank you.
We can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your support throughout the years. Thank you for being great friends of our program. Thank you for being there for us from the very first day we set our foot on this campus. I mean, I really feel that way.
Dr. Carolyn McKelvey-Moore, the former executive director of the UAFS Foundation, who is with us tonight, used to close every event hosted by the foundation with a particular quote, and I'd like to continue that tradition now. We have all drunk from wells we did not dig. We have all been warmed by fires we did not build. We've all sat under the shade of trees we did not plant. We are where we are because of what someone else has done. And I think we've heard some great examples of that tonight. Thank you so much for your comments. Because of you and what you've done for our students, we say thank you. And for our students attending tonight, know that someday the responsibility will be yours to help dig wells and build fires and plant trees. It will be you who will help that next generation of students to realize their dreams of an education. I hope tonight has given you a glimpse of the impact of your gifts on UAFS and our students. I also hope that we've communicated to you how much we appreciate your generosity and how truly we would not be where we are today as an institution without you. Someone has said that the Inuit of Canada's north have over 100 words for snow. I wish there were that many words for thank you, because I'd use every one of them tonight to tell you how much we appreciate you. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for spending the evening with us. As the old Irish blessing goes, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Have a great evening.